Hey everybody, today's video is going to be rather boring, but basically what I'm going to do is show you guys everything that I have, books and films, Beatles related, that I could possibly review for you. And what I need you to do is pick out some things that you find interesting, something you might have been wanting to buy or wanting to read or watch, and you're not sure if you should and you'd like to hear something about it. Let me know. I'm going to show you my entire collection, and you can pick out some stuff and I'll review it for you. Just let me know in a text or a video response and I will get to it as soon as possible. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing what you want me to review.
Let's see. I have some interview CDs and I'd be happy to review those. I've got a couple of those, and then I also have an audio biography, and this actually has a book with it as well, and a CD. Those things I'd be happy to review for you. If you're interested in those, let me know. Then my films, I've got Imagine. Can't believe I haven't reviewed that yet, but I love it. And then I have the first US visit, which is amazing. And then of course I have all of the Beatles films: Magical Mystery Tour, A Hard Day's Night, Help, and Yellow Submarine. I've already done Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band and Two of Us. If you haven't seen those reviews, go to some older videos. I have the BBC documentary The Unseen Beatles, which is a good one. And I have John and Yoko, A Love Story. Great film, but this DVD actually doesn't work. But I can watch it on YouTube, so I could still review it. Across the Universe. The Beatles, From the Beginning to the End. And I don't think I've watched this one yet. So that'll be cool. I can watch it and then review it. One of my favorite Beatles-related biopics ever, The Hours and Times. This focuses on Brian and John's trip to Barcelona, Spain in 1963. It's a wonderful, wonderful film. Speaking of Brian, I have Brian Epstein, Inside the Fifth Beatle. Then I have the I Want to Hold Your Hand film, which is really funny. None of the Beatles were involved in it, of course, but it's still hilarious. Then I have the documentary for the Cirque du Soleil show. And I have, of course, the anthologies. And I have Ringo Starr and his All-Star Band Live 2006. I saw him in 2008, but they don't have a 2008 DVD, so I bought the 2006. Deep End is not actually Beatles related, but Jane Asher, gorgeous, 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 amazing Jane Asher, stars in this film. And she dated Paul McCartney for a while, so yeah, it's on my Beatles shelf. Then I have Backbeat, which is another pretty cool Beatles biopic, and it has this sexy mofo, Stephen Dorff, in it. And Ian Hart, who plays John in that film and also plays John in this film. Yep. Now you know. I have the McCartney Years, which is actually a set of DVDs I'd be glad to review. Give My Regards to Broad Street, I've already reviewed. And the US versus John Lennon, I've already reviewed. So there's my films and audio. I also have the Beatles Monopoly game, which I guess I could review for you. And I have the Beatles Trivial Pursuit game. Woohoo! Alright. My second shelf is my books. So let's see what I got here. I have Bob Spitz's biography about the Beatles. I got to page 42, I believe, and haven't gotten any farther. But if enough people request it, I'll try to read it. Then I have Patty Boyd's book, and it's pretty much the same story. I think I'm on page 65 or something. It's sort of dry. I've already reviewed Sam Leach's book, The Rocking City. I've already reviewed Philip Norman's book, John Lennon: The Life. And I have Yoko's book, Grapefruit. I've got The Beatles Liverpool, which is actually like a guidebook to all the Beatles sites in Liverpool. But there's a lot of other cool stuff in it too, so I can review that too if you'd like. I have some Beatles fan club magazines. I've got the ones from 2001 and 2002. This book came without a cover, but it's so cute, and I'm determined. I can't wait to read it. It was published in 1964, and it's hilarious. It's not meant to be hilarious, but it turns out to be hilarious. Then I've got Paperback Writer by Mark Schipper, and this, I just finished it about a week ago, and it is seriously the funniest thing I've read in years. And it's great. I'd be happy to review that. Then I have Philip Norman's biography of all of the Beatles called Shout, The Beatles and Their Generation, that I have not yet read, but I would be happy to. And I have Lennon Remembers, which is the Rolling Stone interview, I believe, from 1971, if I'm not mistaken. Him and Yoko. And it's just the text of that interview. And I have read this. I'd be glad to review it. It's great. Then I have Hunter Davies' biography of the Beatles. The only authorized biography of the Beatles in existence. That I bought for £8 in London. Huh. Then I have John Lennon, Death of a Dream. That's a little morbid, but I got it. I haven't read it yet. And I have Strawberry Fields Forever, John Lennon Remembered, which these are basically books that popped up in 1981, basically capitalizing on his death, if you want to get honest about it. Then I have How I Won the War, which I have yet to read, and I can't wait to read it. And it's not technically Beatles related, but John starred in the film adaptation of this book, and it's supposed to be a really funny book, so hopefully it's awesome. I've got some quiz books, which I don't know how I could really review these, but I'd be happy to try. Then I have The Beatles by Rochelle Larkin, and this book is literally like 120 pages long. So how you could fit the entire history of the Beatles in 120 pages, I don't know, but I'd be happy to read it and find out for you. Holy crap, my whole shelf just fell over. I have the John Lennon Encyclopedia by Bill Harry, and I just bought this a week or two ago, so I have yet to read it. And it still smells like incense, because I bought it from this like head shop. I have the Entertainment Weekly with the Beatles in it. I have the Rolling Stones magazine with the Beatles in it. I've got this Lennon tribute magazine I bought at the Beatles store on Baker Street in London. And I've read this cover to cover, and it's great. Oh, that just has an article about Beatles Rock Band in it. Urgh. Then I have Beatle Books, which is actually a guide, literally, to books about the Beatles. It's supposed to list every book published up to 2009. Well, January 2009. Oh, that's the book I wrote. Then we have Brian Epstein's autobiography, but technically it was ghostwritten. So, I don't know if it really counts as an autobiography, but Cellar Full of Noise. Gosh, why won't the shelf stay up? This is a book that I got from a Hare Krishna on Oxford Street. It's not technically Beatles related, but, you know. And I have Ringo's book, Postcards from the Boys. This is a great book. I got it on sale for £5. Whoop. That's a guide to the city of Liverpool. It's not really a book. This is literally just an illustrated... It's really crazy, though, the pictures that go along with the lyrics. It's weird. Not really technically a book, though. Then I have a couple of these illustrated biography books. And I have A Hard Day's Right, which I've technically already reviewed. And then I have an illustrated biography of John Lennon. That sweat. I'm tearing this shelf up. And I have another Beatles book. These are basically collections of pictures, and then they have captions with them. That's what these books are. And I have John Lennon, The Unseen Archives. All photos from the Daily Mail. Cool. And I have The Beatles. This is another one of those books of images. I have that one twice. I bought it, and then Christmas was like 3 weeks later, and my dad bought it for me for Christmas, so I have it twice. And then I have, of course, the Beatles Anthology. I have the paperback version. Paperback version. Paperback version. Okay, I'm being ridiculous. Look at my poor shelf. It looked so pretty. And now I've just torn it all away. In addition to my films, music, and book collection, I have Beatles Rock Band. Yeah. All the instruments, drum kit, and microphone. And the game, of course. I'd be happy to review that too, if you're interested. So, there you go.